All right, welcome in, welcome in. Good Monday evening, PBE land. Um, if I'm a little quiet today, and if I'm going a little fast, bear with me. Today is not a great day to have a migraine. Yeah, and I'm solo tonight. You're all stuck with me, but if I'm quiet, it's not you. It's probably me. I tend to talk a little quiet when I have a headache or a migraine. But with that being said, um, oh, don't put that in my don't call that into existence. Webby, are you here to mod? I know you're not necessarily here to mod. You still have your green sword. Do we have any mods? Um, don't know if we do, but I'm just gonna keep going. We have 5 stream games tonight. Um, we will be seeing it. Thankfully, we have new players and new pitchers, and things will be a little bit smoother in that regard. Here's our standings. We have after tonight, we will have one more um, playoff, or one more regular season stream before our playoffs on Friday. On Wednesday night is our stream after tonight, and in that stream, it's gonna be basically a playoff race, or in this case, seeding race. But um, but yeah. Even if we've seen things jockey, think a lot of things can jockey in just one stream alone. With that being said, let's go advance the day. And yeah, we had the off day, so that takes us right to our first game, and that is the North and the South, where we do have a few people to welcome. I'm just going to start left to right. On the North, welcome Squatch 50. This great name, Bill Slam Squatch. By the way, since I was on the since I was basically on the IL for most of the day with migraines, I did not make any of the new players, so it's kind of a surprise to me. Um, Thank you to whoever did that. Whoever put that prediction up. Oh, just make sure you're the one who closes it, because you already know what I'm gonna do. You already know what I'm gonna do. You know me too well. You already. I didn't have a chance to put in any points in our last stream because I was solo all the way through, so I can't can't close a prediction if you predict in it. But Bill Slam Squatch bats left first, starting at first base for the North. I'm gonna assume this is is this OBP build, maybe contact build? Could be a lot of very interesting build for a first baseman. Usually see a little bit more power, but yeah, that's probably more like a contact build. Um, and you know what? Because it's a blind spot for me, do we have any relief pitchers? No. Okay, let's go over to the South. On the South, I believe it's just our starting pitcher, um, and I don't think they had any. Oh yeah, we do have a relief pitcher. In fact, let's do the relief pit. Or no, that's our starting pitcher. Don't mind me. SPRP. They look the same. Man. Wildcat Bandit joined right around when I joined the league, and man, already on second player, Ryan Express. Very, very simple and straight to the point. I'm assuming this is the name of the ship to the moon, since Wildcat is one of the two GMs for Lunar Base. From looks like from Edmond, Oklahoma. I'm quite familiar with Edmond, Oklahoma. Um, may have driven or been there a time or two. Fly ball pitcher, fastball slider, and a circle change. Congrats on the recreate Wildcat. Yep, we don't have any relief pitchers. Okay, good deal. We are pretty much where we need to be. The mysterious roof in Toronto appears to be closed. Let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and well, actually, let me hydrate real quick. Last chance on the prediction. Oh, actually, you know what? I didn't do my spiel. If you are new, first time watching, do me a solid. Do me and the mods a solid. Fill out that Google form just to make sure your PBE account and your Twitch accounts are all linky linked. So then that way, if you redeem the 10,000 Twitch points, the mods know which PBE account to give the 1 million PBE dollars to. But with that being said, last chance on the prediction over under the game time, total game time, 3 hours and 15 minutes. Or if you're like me, because I always do it, I bet it all on exactly 3 hours and 15 minutes. Nobody wants. Nobody wants to take my points. Are we really? Nobody. Nobody wants to. There we go. There's an over. Can we get an under? I mean, come on. Can't let the house win my points. That would mean that would mean that's more money to Jacob, which is also less money to the snack table here in the booth. May I suggest a medicine cabinet? Maybe put some aspirin or some Tylenol or some ibuprofen, just in case the talent in the booth has, minor headache. All right, I see bets on all three. Let's go ahead and close the prediction. Let's get this started. Lucas Carter leading off, and it's going to be a ground ball to third for the first out of the game. As burglary judge will swing and miss for strike 3, 2 outs. Now Chris Gaines, ground ball to short, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Gumby Phillips leading off, and it's going to be a fly ball to right field, caught for out number 1. Winton, base hit, and that's going to get to the wall in the gap, and it's going to be a 1-out double. That'll bring up launch angle. Ground ball to short. Runner holds at second, out at first. 2 outs. And Solo will fly out to left. So the double will result in nothing. We're scoreless through 1. We'll go to the second. It'll be Griffin to lead off. And it's going to be a leadoff walk. Patrick Lindsay, ground ball to short. There's 1. They're not going to turn 2. Fielder's choice. Runner first went out for McGraw, and that is hit very well to right, and that is gone. Dinger time for Gator McGraw, and the North will be on the board first, 2-0. Now Nick the third is going to get beamed. We've not had a brawl, I believe, in Prospect League. Although you would think there would have been one. Get beamed in the back right after a home run. Fly out makes it 2 outs, and Munson base hit to left. Runner goes to third. Runners in the corners, 2 out the top of the order for Carter. We'll hit a fly ball to left, and that'll be out number 3. But the North get 2 runs on the board via the long ball. They have the early lead as Tejada will lead off for the South. Ground ball for the first out, and Johnson will see strike 3 just get the outside corner. 2 outs, nobody on for Hurryquake. Ground ball to third, over to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 2-0 North. We go to the third. Judge will draw the leadoff walk. Runner on for Gaines. Strike 3 called, 1 out. And Griffin will pop that foul territory on the first base side, caught for out number 2. And Lindsay will ground that to short for out number 3. Leadoff walk will be stranded. Going to the bottom of the third, it'll be Brennan Ryan to lead off with a strikeout. Now Rob Cena the fourth, base hit up the middle. So runner aboard, one out, top of the order, Phillips. Fly ball down the left field line. That's going to be out number 2. Winton's going to hit that down the right field line. That's going to be their second extra base hit. They're going to try to score the runner from first and will score. RBI double cuts the deficit in half. It's 2-1. Now launch angle is going to bloop that into left field. Runner holds at third. So runners to the corners for Napoleon Solo, and that almost gets away. Runners go back. And that's going to be a base at center field. That'll tie the game. Both runs coming in with 2 outs. Runners in the corners for Tejada. And that's going to be out number 3. We are tied at 2 through 3. It's going to be 6, 7, 8 due up for the North in McGraw. Base hit up the middle. So runner at first to lead off. Nick the third. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 out. Now slam squash. Runner going throw to second. Out at second base. So nobody on 2 outs. And it's going to be a U3 at first base to retire the side. So through 3.5, still tied at 2. Johnson leading off for the South, and that's going to be down the left field line. Leadoff double for Sidney Johnson. Bring up Hurricane, who will hit that to center field. Runner will not tag. 1 out. Ryan hits that back to the pitcher. 2 outs, runner goes to third for Cena the fourth, who will get a base hit. South will take the lead 3-2 on the RBI single. Order resets to Phillips, who will ground that to the second baseman for out number 3, but not before the South take their first lead of the ball game. We go to the top of the 5th. Michael Munson will bloop that in center field for a base hit. And it's going to be out at second base. Don't know why he kept going past first. Would have been a base hit, but Carter will fly out 2 outs, and Judge will fly out to left for out number 3. Halfway through, South with the 3-2 lead. And Winton will get beamed in the back. So leadoff runner on. Launch angle draws the walk. First and second, no outs for Solo. And that's lined right back to the third baseman in the hot corner. But Tejada will draw the walk. Bases juiced, 1 out for Johnson, who will hit a fly ball to right field. And it's a running grab. Easy sac fly, though. Makes it 4-2 with 2 outs. And now Hurricane, strike 3 called. South tack on another run. They've scored a run in each of the last 3 innings. We go to the 6th. Chris Gaines will see strike 3. 1 out, brings up Griffin. Fly ball left field on the run, makes the catch, 2 outs. Lindsey grounded to shortstop, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the home half. Brendan Ryan leading off, draws the walk. Cena the fourth lines it right back to the second baseman, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Safe at second base on the stolen base. So 2 outs, runner at second for Winton, who will draw the walk. First and second, 2 outs for launch angle. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Runners left stranded at first and second. We go to the top of the 7th. McGraw, fly ball left field, and that's caught. New pitcher, Colt Falcon, as Nick the third hits that to deep left as well, and that is gone just over the wall. Dinger time for Nick the third, and it's now 4-3 South in the top of the 7th. Now slam squatch, swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Munson's going to get a base hit to left field. They are 3 for 3 on the night. Top of the order, Carter. Fly ball to center field, and that's caught for out number 3. North puts on a run at the stretch, South leading 4-3. Solo will draw the leadoff walk, start off the bottom of the seventh. Tejada ground ball. They'll only get the out at first base. Runner goes to second for Johnson, who will draw a walk. First and second for Hurryquake. New pitcher Al Duggar, by the way, fly ball right field, out number 2. Ryan will ground that to first base unassisted to end the bottom of the seventh, leaving the 2 runners stranded. Still 1-run ball game as we go to the 8th. Burglary judge will take it in the back. Lots of hit by pitches in this game. That's at least the third. As Gaines will put down the bunt out at second. No throw to first. Griffin will see strike 3. Now Patrick Lindsay's also going to be beaned. Everybody getting hit by pitches tonight. McGraw, fly ball to right field and caught for out number 3. North will not take advantage. They trail by 1 going to the bottom of the 8th. Cena the 4th will ground out, 1 out. And Phillips will poke that through the middle for a 1-out single. That gets away, so insurance with 1 out. Winton will ground to the pitcher, moves runner to third, but launch angle will see strike 3. Last chance for the North. 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead, and the leadoff runner the leadoff runner will be aboard. Nick the third. Slam squatch. Oh, that gets away. Tying run in scoring position. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 out, runner at second base. Munson gets their 4th base hit of the game, and it's going to tie the game. We are tied at 4. Runner at second, 1 out for Carter. Ground ball to the shortstop. Out number 2 keeps the runner at second. And a swing and a miss by Burglary Judge will send us to the bottom of the 9th. Both teams with 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Solo gets a base hit up the middle, so the winning run is on board with no outs. As Tejada will hit that to deep center field, and that is caught on the run. And wow, runner tags from first. You don't see that every day. Wow. Johnson will take the walk. First and second, 1 out for Hurryquake. Ground ball, there's 1. They're not going to turn 2. Winning run 90 feet away with 2 outs. And that gets away, and it's going to be a walk-off wild pitch. I don't know if it gets more prospect league than that. A tag from first, which I don't know the last time I've seen a tag from first base. And then a walk-off wild pitch. Your game time. 3 hours and 19 minutes. I'm going to get it one of these days. You just wait. You guys, mods are going to time the prediction properly. And one of these days, it'll be exactly. It'll happen. This is Prospect League. It can happen. Oh, by the way, Duke Smith gets the Prospect League special. Blown save win, and your player of the game, despite getting the no decision, Ryan Express. Seems like the next thing of Chaos Mod is working. I'll let Dame know, as the East will win 5-2. Anderson 1 for 4 with a walk. Slate Gray 1 for 5. Traveler 1 for 4 with an RBI. Oh, so many flashbacks. I may have played the video game now and again. Duke Nukesum 2 for 3 with a walk. Moody 1 for 4 and Tanaka 1 for 4. For the East, Santos Garcia drawing a walk. Farnsworth 1 for 4 with a run. Quinn Jr. 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Duckley Jr. 2 for 3, 2 RBIs and a run. And a Werewolf 1 for 3. Anthony Stover will take the win. Crabston Crunch. Y'all brought the names for today's Prospect League. We'll take the loss. Micah Weiser, the save. Anthony Stover is your player of the game. Word on the street is Crabston Crunch role model. Actually, you know what? You know what? Wait, no, I'll save it. We will introduce Crabston Crunch or Crabton Crunch. Sorry, you know why? I'm. It reminds me too much of Crabston DePotson, which was your the previous GM's player. Shout out to Dustillation. Long time, I believe, retired from the streaming department at least for a little bit, but him and his inner pixel manipulation. Um, I don't. I believe any changes. Hang on, one moment. Let me look. I did not do any of the stuff. Others did the stuffs today, and I want to say I saw something in regards to this. I don't believe so. I don't see anything. Hang on, let's. This is where I try to remember which team off the top of my head. Barto is still a relief pitcher. Should that be different? I don't see anything about that yet. If you just sent it, we probably didn't get to it yet. But just let one of the rookie mentors know if you have not yet. If Okay, so probably by Wednesday, but you might also want to let a rookie mentor know as well. Oh, actually, I don't think I was done with that box score, was I? Or was I? I guess I was. Save, save. All right. Our next stream game, actually, we'll get to introduce. Oh, wrong thing. I'm clicking. Okay. Then I will go double check on that after the stream. Then, see about that. We have West versus the East. We have more people to introduce. Thank you for the prediction. Oh, by the way, I declare bankruptcy. Player of the game will come from which team? Well, I've been made broke, so my 90 channel points will not sway the votes. Or well, I guess I got 10 more, so I make it even 100. Somebody has to be the dogwood of Prospect League. A Ford, congrats on the recreate and S tier name. Duke Nukesum. Now I want to go play the video game. I played it on PlayStation 1 time. Way too young to be playing the game when I played it, but sue me. Switch hitting, center fielder. Pretty even Steven build outside of gap power. Does have some range. But yeah, starting center fielder for the West. We also had, I believe we had one more. Luna, congrats on the recreate. Esteban Santos Garcia. Batting right, starting first baseman for the East. Definitely a hitting build. Decent, basically decent all the way around. So it'd be interesting to see how Santos Garcia does at the plate. And I believe that's everybody. Yes. Do we have any relief pitchers? Because you know me, or well, I know me, and I know I forget. We will be introducing Crapton Crunch. We will be seeing their start in a little bit. Also, I had to put in at least one opportunity. I think we have two tonight for Ask the Booth. Ask the Booth. Feel free to ask whatever you like, as long as just don't get me in trouble. No leaks or anything like that. And especially if you have questions, you're new to league and you don't know how to do certain things, or advice and things of that nature. Also a good time to ask for that. Give you one last chance to put in your predictions. West versus East. Player of the game. Which team will they be on? Which team will have player of the game? We'll see. I mean, we have a society, we're trying to start a society, a PBE society for those who would like to participate. That could maybe be in the future a community event. I, I prefer to do community events where you, the community, get to actually, do stuff. Let's start. Let's go ahead and close the prediction. Start the game. We could chat during Ask the Booth. Basically, society is a feature in PGA Tour, in the 2K PGA Tour games. It's like a private league. So I made one for PBE, where I set up certain tournaments. You have a week to do the tournament, to do your 4 rounds. I think I think the next one started either 30 minutes ago or last night. No problem. No problem. Also, for those who may have not seen, we also have signups as Brandon Zahn. Zahn has how many home runs already? Excuse me, he has 17 home runs already. Might have to do a I have to do a check. I have to do a audit on Brandon Zahn. Just crazy. Um, and also welcome in Sydney. Um, Tahini. Tahini is next week. I don't know. I don't know why Hummus decided to go do a stream on April Fool's Day. He- like Hummus is just asking for it. So now during the tahini, which for those who are not familiar, and I will get to that question in a moment, I do see it and I do acknowledge it. Um, the tahini is an off-season tournament. It is single elimination, and all the teams, minor league, major league teams, everybody's all in the same bracket. If you're familiar with English football, it's kind of like FA Cup. You can kind of look at it in that aspect. Um, but everybody all thrown in one bracket. Also, there is a bracket competition, and yes, I mean, Hummus kind of got the timing right. It is like March Madness, and it is very difficult to get a perfect bracket in the Tahini. That's why the prize is as big as it is. Nobody has gotten a perfect bracket in the Tahini, and I believe, oh gosh, we've done a lot of Tahinis. It's also fun. There are upsets. Being a GM, a previous GM who was, a previous minor league GM who has, upset a major league team before. And, I'll just throw in the fact that I was one of the GMs of the minor league team who's made it the farthest in Tahini Classic history. Um, so yeah, just I would have to listen to more Jackson Brown. I'd have to remind myself of Jackson Brown. I do like James Taylor though. I do like James Taylor. But and also if you've not done a community event yet as part of your rookie tasks, the Tahini also would count as a community event. And you do get money just for participating and making a bracket. And there is still prizes for I believe first and second, regardless of if it's a perfect bracket or not. But if it's a perfect bracket, you get a bigger, you get a really big, 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 big prize. But yes, it is also Ask the Booth. Feel free. Ask whatever questions you desire. I think you have I think rookie tasks are per user. So I think if you've never done it before, I think it's still up for grabs. I don't know if we have a rookie mentor to fact check me or not. I don't even know if there's a way to go back to see if you've missed any, because that's quite a ways back. That's 40 seasons ago. I mean, we're talking 5 in real life years. I wouldn't. Okay, I'm not gonna say what the best ballpark in MLB is, just because I would have to go to all of them to actually sit here and be like, that's the best ballpark. Um, However, I do have ballpark. You know what? You know what? Let's go off on that. I have a list of ballparks I would love to go watch a baseball game at. And I will say Petco Park is one of them. I would love to go get one of those seats in the Western Metal Supply Company, in fact. In the same way that I would love to go watch a baseball game at Chase Field from the jacuzzi and the pool out in right center field. And obviously I'm a Phillies fan, so my bucket list item is to go obviously go watch a bunch of baseball games at Citizens Bank Park. Um, Camden's another park I would love to go see a baseball game at. The old Rangers ballpark was one I would have loved to go see a baseball game at. The ballpark at Arlington. And I also would, some more common sense one, like Wrigley Field, for example. I'd love to go see a baseball game at Wrigley Field. I'll pass on both Yankee Stadium and Fenway. Maybe Fenway. Between the two, I'll lean towards Fenway because I would imagine the tickets there are a little cheaper than Yankee Stadium. And I sure as hell do not want to go see a game at Citi Field. Pass. Um, well, yeah, we may have to go do a quick audit on Brandon Zahn. This is 7, 10, 11, 13. He has more home runs than everybody else on the team combined. Might have to do an audit. Um, so I would need to spend several days in Denver. I do not, me and high altitude do not mesh well. So I if I'm going to like Denver or Albuquerque, I need a couple days to kind of give my body time because I get really bad altitude sickness when I when I travel to places like that. I also would love to go see a baseball game at T-Mobile Park. T-Mobile Park would be another one in Seattle. Um, I would also want to see a baseball game at Miller Park too, just to see their mascot go down the slide. And trying to think if there's any other. Well, see, I would have said where the Marlins play, but Derek Jeter got rid of the home run structure, so he made it boring. So I don't want to go there. Oracle would be another one. If I knew how to swim, if I knew how to swim, I would love to go be in a kayak or a canoe in McCovey Cove, and maybe that would be the one lucky day I go get a baseball. Outside of that, I would want the seats in front of McCovey Cove, like in that right field area. I feel like that'd be a fun place to go watch a at Oracle Park. Yeah, but I want both. Also, the aquarium scares the living crap out of me. Like, what happens if one of these days something actually pierces through that thing and kills all the fish? Just saying. How many how many cameras have we how many camera lenses have we seen get mashed by a foul ball that gets hit straight back? And somebody thought, let's go put an aquarium there with living things. Yeah, no, but give me the home run structure. That thing was pretty fun to look at. Yeah, and try to save the fish. All hands on deck. Save the fishies. I don't think there's any other ballpark I would go watch a baseball game at. Maybe I'll think of some other ones. We have another opportunity for Ask the Booth a little bit later on. Oh, I said this last time we talked about music because I had a whole story about it because I almost got to see a concert there. And that was Red Rocks. A combined two-hitter. Farnsworth was the only one to get the only prospect to get a base hit on the East. Benny Rocker and Beware Strikes teaming up for the two hitter. Just for funsies. The time of game was 2 hours and 51 minutes. Um, I would want to go see a concert at the Waikiki Shell, even though I graduated there. I never actually got to go see a concert there. I like outdoor venues and venue. I don't like super crowded places. So like if it's a place I can kind of spread out a little bit. That's why I liked going to when I liked the concert we went to at Oklahoma City at the zoo. Because we got to kind of sit somewhere and kind of still close enough to enjoy the concert, but not like in the thick of it, if that makes sense. As pitchers duel 2-1. North will get the win. Gaines 1 for 4. McGraw and Nick the Third both drawing a walk with Nick the Third getting an RBI. On the South, Phillips 1 for 3 with a walk. Launch Angle and Solo both going 1 for 4. Johnson with a walk and a run scored. Hurricane 1 for 4 with an RBI. Ritter will take the win. Dudney the loss. Skinstar McKinley the save. Aaron Ritter is your player of the game. Go ahead and save and thank you, mods. West versus North. What will happen first? What will happen first? Stolen base, home run, error, or. Oh, you know me too well. None of the above. I mean, okay, you know what? Fine, I'll be the wild one. Even though I'm pretty sure one of those three things will happen, I will be the wild one to put in None of the above. Who knows? It might be one of those days where none of them happen. Maybe it's like a 1-0 pitchers duel. Oh, yes, let's go audit. Nope. Because Zahn, all the TPE went into hitting, like literally all of it. So, nope, nothing out of the ordinary for Zahn as far as on the back end of things. Um, I think this was the season we audited him, and there was something that was amiss. This one right here, 20 home runs, 56 RBIs. He's gonna crush that unless he go unless he finishes the season in a slump. That's gonna be kind of hard. In fact, just for giggles, pretty sure that's the single season record. Oh no, somebody had 22. It was Colton James. Brandon Zahn finished at 18 three times. Oh boy. Well, we'll find out. Who knows? Maybe Brandon Zahn will break some records today. Let's go ahead and advance on. We still have some more baseball. We have 3 more games to watch on stream tonight. I'm pretty sure the next one I'll be actually commentating, so we'll take Ask the Booth off for now. Our next game is West versus North. We do have 3 days of quick simming, so let's get through those. North and the South, and it's going to be the South winning 7-4. On the North, Gaines 1-for-4 with 2 RBIs. McGraw 1-for-5. Nick the third 1-for-4 with a run scored. Slam Squatch 1-for-3 with a walk, 2 runs. On the South, Launch Angle and Napoleon Solo 2-for-4, 2 runs scored with Solo also tacking on 2 RBIs. Johnson 1-for-3 with a walk. Hurryquake 1-for-3 with a run, and Cena the fourth with a base hit. Komtowski will take the win. Boykins the loss. Charlie Zhu will get the save. Brendan Ryan is your player of the game. West in the East, and it's going to be the West winning 7-6. Anderson 1-for-5 with a run scored. Slate Gray 2-for-4, a walk, RBI, 2 runs. Traveler 1-for-4. Duke Nukesum 1-for-4 with a home run. Moody 1-for-4 and Tanaka 2-for-4 with a run scored. On the East, Santos Garcia 2-for-4 with a walk and a 2-run home run. Also had an RBI on top of that. Farnsworth 1-for-5 with a solo home run. Quinn Jr. 4-for-5. Duckley Jr. 1-for-4 with a RBI and a run scored, and Werewolf 2-for-5. For your pitching, Rich will take the win, Peregrino the loss, O'Reilly the save. Esteban Santos Garcia is your player of the game. Let's go to the next day. East and the South. And extra innings win for the East, 4-3. On the East, Santos Garcia 1-for-5, Farnsworth with an RBI, Quinn Jr. 1-for-3 with a walk, Duckley Jr. 1-for-4 with a run. On the South, Solo 2-for-4, 2 RBIs, Johnson with a walk, Hurryquake hit a run, and a walk. Cena the fourth 2-for-5. Ira Moore with the win, Rylan Moffitt the loss. Aiden Marcus is your player of the game. North and the West. North will take the win 3-2. Gaines 1-for-3 with a walk. McGraw 1-for-4. Slam Squatch 1-for-4 with a run. Munson 3-for-4 with an RBI and 2 runs, including their 5th homer. In fact, they were a triple shy of the cycle. And then for the West, Anderson 1 for 5 with a run scored. Slate Gray 3 for 4 with a run scored. Traveler going 1 for 4. And then Barry Balls will be your winning pitcher. Lovehammer the loss. Barry Balls is your player of the game. I did see the question. We're not doing Ask the Booth at the moment. I did see your question. We'll have one more opportunity for Ask the Booth in a little bit. No problem. No problem at all. In fact, it's going to be the stream game after this because we're going to get our first look at this is a great name. Congratulations on the Recreate Southworth. Crabton Crunch. Is this a cereal? Is this like shrimp cocktail where you have as like a appetizer or a side dish? Like or is it crab flavored cereal? Cuz you know, you might be popular in Japan or Asia. That would be something that they would eat in Asia. Although they would probably think of it as like crab flavored like chips or something. Although it is a cereal, I I was told that Crapton Crunch, who is our starting pitcher for the West, control freak. I mean, I was informed that a particular pitcher named Ryan Knock is Crapton Crunch's role model, even though Knock had just a regular fastball, not a cutter. But who's keeping track? Even have the 3/4 arm slot. Congrats on the Recreate Southworth. Don't let me down. Even though you even though you're GM of an opposing team. So I mean, I guess you do let me down. Go ahead and let me down. That means I'll win. Haha. Just kidding. Just kidding. You know, I have a nice big thermos of very hot milk waiting for me at the end of the stream. I'm gonna need it after. Streaming with a headache is not the business. Let's go ahead and close. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and close the prediction. Let's go ahead and close the prediction. The roof is closed. We're going to Running Rebels grounds, aka Chase Field, where I may be calling the game from the hot tub in right center field. Just kidding. Electricity and water don't mix. Carter will fly out to center field to start off the game. Judge will also fly out to center field. Gaines will fly out to left field. So 1, 2, 3 inning, all flyouts. Go to the bottom of the first. Anderson will ground out to first unassisted to start off the bottom half. Slate Gray, deep fly ball to right, caught for out number 2. Jose will get a base hit up the middle. That will bring up Brandon Zahn to the plate. And Zahn's going to get a base hit to right field. Runners in the corners for Duke Newsom. And that's going to be a base hit. West are on the board first, 1-0. Now Grail Traveler will see strike 3 on the up and in corner. West do get on the board first, 1-0. We go to the second. Griffin will fly out to left for out number 1. Swing and a miss by Lindsay. Throw over to first to complete the strikeout is in time. As McGraw will get a 2-out single into right field. And then it's a fumble bumble in right field. Jose with the fumble bumble. As Nick III will strike out, though, to end the inning and keep it a 1-0 win. Jose, why have you forsaken me? I'm just kidding. Thompson Jr. will get the win, or take a strikeout, not get the win. What am I talking about? The game's not done yet. Tanaka, fly ball to deep left, and that is caught for out number 2. Somebody find a professional. As Moody will also strike out to retire the side. 1-0 West. We go to the third. And that's going to be down the line for extra base to lead off the inning for Slam Squatch. Munson will fly that out to center field. Runner tags goes to third. Flash prediction. Who leads after the 8th? Flash prediction as Carter strikes out with 2 outs. And Judge will, oh, that's going to be scored an infield hit, and it's going to tie the game at 1. Runner going, throw to second, not in time. Gaines will strike out, but the North will tie up the game in the top of the third. We're tied at 1. Top of the order for the West. Anderson strikes out to start off the inning. Slate Gray hits that back to the pitcher, out number 1, or out number 2, I should say, as Jose will swing and miss for strike 3. Both teams with a run and 3 hits, but the West has an error as Griffin will fly out to left to start off the top of the 4th. Lindsay swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Gator McGraw pops that up behind home plate, caught for out number 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Brandon Zahn leading off, and Zahn will strike out. So nobody on, 1 out for Duke Newsom. And it's going to be a fly ball center field caught for out number 2. Traveler, grounder to third, over to first in time. 1, 2, 3 inning. Off to the 5th, Nick the third. Ground ball to the shortstop, over to first in time, 1 out. Slam Squatch, swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. And Michael Munson, fly ball left field. That is caught for out number 3, and we're halfway through, tied at 1. As we'll go to the bottom half, Thompson Jr. grounds that to second. Tanaka sees strike 3, 2 outs. Now Gator Moody, grounder to third, and that is another 1, 2, 3 inning. We're just flying on through with this game. Top of the 6th. Top of the order for the North as Carter fouls that out. Burglary Judge, grounder to second. In time, 2 outs. Gaines, fly ball center field. That's another 1, 2, 3 inning. Bottom of the 6th, top of the West order. Anderson, fly ball center field, caught for out number 1. Gray, oh, that's a hot shot to third. That's going to be called an error as Jose hits it over the pools and right. Dinger time. West take the lead, 3-1. Now Brandon Zahn is going to hit that down the right field line, and they're going to go back to back. And Brandon Zahn, 19 home runs in Prospect League. 1 away from getting to the 20 mark for the second time, 3rd ever in Prospect League history, as Newsom grounds out to second and Traveler grounds out to short. 4-1 West, we go to the top of the 7th. Griffin flies that out to right, out number 1. Lindsay flies that out to center field, 2 outs. McGraw to center field, caught. 1, 2, 3 inning, 4-1 West at the stretch. Thompson Jr. will lead off the inning with a strikeout. Now bring up Tanaka. Grounder to third, over to first in time, 2 outs. Moody, strike 3, and it's a 1, 2, 3 inning. Still a 4-1 West lead as we go to the 8th. Nick the third grounds that to the second baseman for out number 1. Slam Squatch Base hit to left field. So runner at first, 1 out for Munson. And that's ball 4. First and second, 1 out, top of the order for Carter. Ball 4. Bases juiced, 1 out for Judge. Ground ball to third. Oh, fumble bumble. Everybody is safe. A run scores. 4-2. Gaines. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 outs. Griffin. Fly ball to left field, playable, and it's going to be caught. North do get a run across, but they leave them loaded. 4-2, bottom 8. Anderson grounder to second. Grace grounder to third. Shortstop. And Jose will ground that right in front of home plate. The catcher will take it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Top of the 9th for the North, as Lindsay will strike out for the first out. McGraw. Check swing, ball 4. So the tying run will come to the plate, and Nick the third. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the North are down to their final out. It'll be Slam Squatch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the West win 4-2. Crapton Crunch will get the win. Doc Holliday loss. Jose O'Reilly, I believe. Yep, Jose O'Reilly will get the save. Play of the game, Crapton Crunch. East and the South. East will get the win 7-6. Santos Garcia 3 for 5 with an RBI for the East. Farnsworth 1 for 5, 2 RBIs and a run, including their 4th home run, a 2-run homer. Quinn Jr. 2 for 4 with a run. Duckley Jr. 1 for 5 with a run and an RBI. On the South, Phillips a walk and a run. Launch Angle 3 for 5, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Solo 2 for 5 with a run. Johnson 1 for 3, RBI and a walk. And then Cena the 4th, 1 for 3 with a walk. Stover will take the win. Falcon, the blown save loss. Mikey Weiser, the save. Launch Angle is your player of the game. Thank you. I see a predictions up. South versus East. Which number 3 hitter? Which number 3 hitter will have more hits? I mean, tie. I bet tied. Which number 3 hitter will have more hits? And then how many days of quick simming do we have in between here? Oh, no. Back-to-back days. So South versus East. And let's go ahead and this is your last opportunity, because the last game of the night is going to be I will be commentating the last game of the night. So this is your last chance for Ask the Booth. Last chance for Ask the Booth. Wind blowing right to left, by the way, 9 miles an hour here at oh, hey, they opened the roof. They opened the mysteriously invisible roof in Toronto. That is good. That is good. Give you 30 seconds on that prediction. Which number 3 hitter will have more hits? Southeast or tied? So it'd be Santos Garcia or Launch Angle. Those are the number 3 hitters in the game. Oh no, I did not make the prediction. I did not make. I wouldn't be able to bet in it if I didn't make it. I know it's longer than that. I'm just saying 30 seconds because Southworth is able to close it early. You're fine. You're fine. I'm not solo tonight. Well, in the booth I am. In the booth I am. Um, but I see bets on all of it. So, well, somebody's gonna be cheering for Santos Garcia. It looks like. Let's go ahead and close the prediction. Ask the booth. Ask the booth. Time to get your questions. Questions. And then while we're waiting for those to trickle in, um, we have 3 days of quick simming. One of those 3 days is going to be an off day. Then we will have one more stream game every Sunday. Every Sunday. Oh, actually, you know what? Thank you for bringing it up because Marbles is going to be starting whenever the award stream ends because the award stream is on Sunday. So there's 2 Sundays in the PBE cycle where Marbles gets kind of doesn't start necessarily right at 1 p.m. Eastern. And this is the other one of those weeks. The other week being when we do Sunday Prospect League, which was not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before that. But this Sunday's awards, and I don't know what time awards is, because I know that time kind of changes. I don't know if it's going to be at night or if it's going to be during the day. If it's during the day when it usually is, then marbles will start right after awards, if that makes sense. If I'm playing Just Dance, I don't I don't. I don't think. I don't know. I don't think I have any disco in my playlist. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it, but I don't. I don't search for it. If that makes sense. I have nothing against it. I will. I will try to remember. I will try to remember. Honestly, after this, I think I got one PBE related thing to do, and then I'm going to a dark room and probably passing out in bed. That's probably what's going to happen. It is Ask the Booth, by the way. I know some people had questions earlier. I didn't catch them all in chat. It has to do with how I have chat, looking at chat on my OBS. It's kind of a very tiny window, so I'll probably be scrolling for days. And also just in case, also re-ask the question too, just so I would hate to answer a question they're not here. To not to not hear the answer to said question. That would suck. Ooh, that's a little too open ended. I'm gonna need a little bit more detail on that. Can you expand to, for example, are we talking base game or are we talking perfect team? Are we talking road to the pennant? I might need. Are you talking about OTP as just in general, like across all its modes? Because if your question is base game, I'm probably not your guy. I only know just enough to get me to do PvE things. I'm working on it. I'm working on it though. Hmm. I don't know if I had any that were silly. I don't know if I have any that are silly because like I mean, I wouldn't call race car driver being silly. Um I've always I've always I know one job growing up would have been meteorologist. I don't think that's silly to this day. I can't roll my R's if we're going a little bit more like not as deep. Um, or think I had to teach myself how to do the Spock symbol just because I thought it looked cool, not because I've watched very little Star Trek, but I just thought the symbol looked cool. Just being able to do that with your hand. Live long and prosper. So how'd you feel about Stargate? Which wasn't Stargate like a knockoff or like a cheap or was it a knockoff or a spinoff? How'd you feel about Voyager, which was a spinoff, not a knockoff? Came out around the same time as Stargate. When I think 90s TV shows, 90s, early 2000s, give me some X Files. How do you feel about X Files? Even though it's never going to be rebooted again, we'll never have closure. As much as I want closure in X Files, I'm never going to get it. And if we do, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. Ooh, I don't know. And for those who don't know what I mean by we'll never get it or it'll never be the same because Gillian Anderson straight up was like, "Listen, I'm not doing Scully again. You tell me whatever you want. It's not going to happen." And we just can't. It's not X Files without Scully or Mulder for the fact of the matter. Just not the same. Not the same. Last chance for the East. Very close game, 2-1. We'll zone in. We'll tune in here, see if things, and they'll have the tying run to lead off. As Sato will get on base. Farnsworth's going to get a base hit. First and second no outs for Ransom. That's going to be caught for out number 1. Jody Quinn Jr. with a fly ball to right. That's 2 outs. Runner does tag and go to third. Tying run 90 feet away for Duckley Jr., who will get the base hit and tie the game. Tied at 2, 2 outs, and Werewolf. And that's going to be a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. Bases juice, 2 outs for Jameson, who will get a base hit, and the East will take the lead 4-2. 3 runs to come back and take the lead. And that gets away. Second and third, 2 outs for Marcus. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And all of a sudden, the South have their backs against the wall. 2 to tie, 3 to walk it off. Johnson will lead off with a base hit. Leadoff runner on for Hurryquake. And that's a base hit. The tying run is on base. The winning run will come to the plate and Ryan. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. Scene of the 4th. Ground ball, there's 1. They're going to get the double play to end the game. 6-4-3 to complete the comeback. East will get the win 4-2. Wyatt the win. Exos will get a hold. Charlie Zhu, the blown save loss. Barto O'Colone will get the save. AJ Dudney is your player of the game. Taiwan, you know what? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, they both went 0 for 4. They were literally tied. Literally tied all the way across. Yay, I won 15 points. Look at me. I'm rich. I'm rich. North and the West. North will get the win 7-4. Chris Gaines on the North, 3 for 5 RBI, 2 runs. McGraw and Nick III both going 2 for 4, 2 RBIs and a run. Munson 2 for 4 with an RBI. On the West, Anderson 1 for 4, walk and a run. Slate Gray 1 for 4, walk and 2 runs. Duke Newsome 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. Traveler 2 for 4. Tanaka with a walk. Duggar with the win. Washburn blown save loss. Ultima Khan will get the save. Player of the game, Chris Gaines. Will either starting pitcher have a quality start? Okay, fine. I'll go vote for Chaos. Oh, by the way, I forgot. You asked me what prediction you forgot to add a prediction. Oh, well, when you come back, I'll remind you. That prediction reminded me of a question you asked me, and I forgot to answer. Let's go ahead and save. And let's see. Go ahead and advance the day. We got one travel day in between, I believe. Yep. I think that's travel day, is it not? Yep, that's travel day. Okay. North and the East. East will get the win 3-2. On the North, Gaines 1 for 4 with an RBI, and McGraw 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. On the East, Santos Garcia 2 RBIs and a walk, Farnsworth a walk and a run, Quinn Jr. 1 for 3 with a walk, Duckley Jr. 1 for 4 with an RBI, and Werewolf 1 for 2 with a run scored and 2 walks. Neither starting pitcher will be involved in the decision. Ira Moore will get the win, Rusum off the loss. Pedro Peregrino will be your player of the game. South and the West. And it's going to be the South winning 8-2. On the South, Phillips 1 for 3, 2 walks, RBI, and a run. Solo 1 for 5, 2 runs scored. Johnson 2 for 5, 3 RBIs and a run. Hurry Quick 1 for 5 with a RBI. Cena the fourth 2 for 4. On the West, Anderson 1 for 4 with a walk and a run. Slate Gray 2 for 4 with a walk and a run. Newsom 1 for 5 with an RBI. Traveler 1 for 3, and Moody 1 for 4. Bond 3-4-5 the win. Amos Rich the loss. Riley Moffitt the save. Ishmael Tejada is your player of the game. North and the East again. 9-6 win for the North. Slam Squatch 1 for 5 with an RBI. Gaines 1 for 5 with a solo home run. Nick the third 2 for 4 with a run. Munson 1 for 3 with a walk and 3 runs scored. And then McGraw 1 for 3 with a walk, 2 RBIs and a run. On the East, Santos Garcia getting 3 walks. Farnsworth 1 for 5 with a run. Quinn Jr. 2 for 5, RBI 2 runs. Duckley Jr. 2 for 4, 2 runs and a walk. And then Werewolf 2 for 4, 2 RBIs and a run. Murphy the win, Corrigan the loss, Kanye West the save, Gator McGraw is your player of the game. South and the West, and it's going to be the West winning 4-3. All the runs being scored the first 2 innings of this game. Phillips 1 for 4 with a 3-run home run and a walk. Solo 1 for 4. Cena the fourth also going 1 for 4 with a run scored. On the West, Anderson with an RBI, Slate Gray 2 for 4, RBI and a run. And then Traveler 1 for 3 with a run, and then Tanaka a walk and a run. Moody 1 for 3 with a double RBI and a run scored also. McDougal with the win, Infinity loss, Washburn the save. Willie McDougal is your player of the game. There's our off day, and we are here. We are here for our last game of the night on the last day of the stream. West versus South, where we get to see both of the new pitchers today. Ryan Express for the South and Crabton Crunch for the West. Hopefully Southworth's back to see his guy pitch. Will either of these starting pitchers, in fact, since it has to do with starting pitching, hang on, let me move this real quick so you can see the starting pitchers in fully. Ryan Express for the South, Crabton Crunch for the West. Will either of them have a quality start? And if you're not familiar with the game of baseball, quality start, 6 innings pitched or more, 3 earned runs or less. So that's what you need to count as a quality start. He made it back just in time for Crabton Crunch. In fact, let me go ahead and put that back on and that back on. And also, your prediction reminded me, you asked me about a prediction. You asked me about a prediction I did in the last stream. It was, I thought I replied back, but I didn't. My bad. Will either side record a save? That's what the prediction was. Will either side record a save? Was the one that you wanted to add to the list. You just made the list. But for your current prediction, will either starting pitcher have a quality start? And I haven't seen much movement on that prediction, so we can go ahead and close it. Let's go ahead and do our last game of the night. South and the West, we're going to Chase Field aka Running Rebels grounds, where the roof is closed. Phillips will lead off with a hot shot to first base and caught for the first out. And Winton will then strike out, so 2 outs, nobody on for launch angle. Fly ball center field on a sliding grab by Duke Newsom and an eventful top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Anderson swinging and a miss, strike 3. Slate Gray, fly ball to left field. That's caught for out number 2. Jose swinging and a miss, strike 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Scoreless through 1. We go to the second. Napoleon solo, fly ball down the right field line, and that is gone. Dinger time for Napoleon solo and South. Strike first. It's 1-0. They'll bring up Ishmael Tejada. And that's popped up. Shallow center, caught for out number 1. Johnson lines that into right field. 1 out single. Hurricane swinging and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Now Brendan Ryan, fly ball to left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. So first and second, 2 outs for Cena the fourth. Grounder to third. They get the out of first. South get a base hit on the home run. We go to the bottom of the second. Brandon Zahn leading off. And Brandon Zahn's going to hit that to deep center, but it's not going to be deep enough. Out number 1. Newsom base hit to left field. 1 out, runner at first for Traveler. Base hit down the left field line. First and second with 1 out, Thompson Jr. Fly ball left field. That's going to be caught on a rope. 2 outs. And Tanaka will draw the walk. Play at every plate for Moody. And Moody's going to bloop that in for a base hit. That's going to score a run. We're tied at 1. Base is still loaded for Anderson. And that's going to be shallow center and caught. Both sides with a run. We've played 2. We'll go to the third, top of the order for the South. Gumby Phillips swinging and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. Winton, ground ball to short, over to first in time, 2 outs. Launch angle, fly ball to center field. That is caught, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 inning. We go to the home half. Slate Gray hits that back to the pitcher, out number 1. Jose swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Brandon Zahn swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We go on now to the fourth, still tied at 1. Napoleon solo hits that back to the pitcher, but beats out the throw to first, infield hit. And then that gets away. Runner goes to second. And that's strike 3 to Tejada. Runner at second base, 1 out. Johnson, and then, oh man, greedy. Thrown out, trying to steal third. And he probably would have scored, as Johnson will get the base hit. Then another pitch getting away. Runner goes back to second. Hurricane flies that out to center field. No, it's misplayed. The run's going to score. And they're going to score a double instead of an error. So 2-1 South, as Ryan will ground out to third. 2-1 South, we go to the bottom of the fourth. Newsom will ground out to second, 1 out. Traveler base hit to right field, runner first, 1 out. Thompson Jr. slow roller. Oh, fumble bumble. That's going to be scored in error. Tanaka fly ball center field, out number 2. Gator Moody fly ball again to center field. That will also be caught. 1-2, or sorry, not quite a 1-2-3. Had an error and a hit in that inning as well. First and second, left stranded. We go to the top of the fifth. Cena the fourth, swing and a miss. Phillips will get a base hit up the middle. So one out, runner on at first base. And safe at second. Winton, fly ball center field, caught. Launch angle, base hit down the left field line. That's going to score a run. South extend the lead 3-1. Solo with a fly ball to center field. That will be caught. So runner will be stranded at second, but the South tack on another run. They lead 3-1 at the halfway point, top of the West order for the bottom of the fifth, as Anderson will hit that into the right center field gap. He's going to third, and it's going to be a leadoff triple. As Slate Gray will hit that deep center field, that should be deep enough to bring in that run, and will. 3-2 South on the sac fly. Now Jose with Brandon Zahn on deck. Jose will sky that in the infield and caught by the second baseman. As Brandon Zahn will hit that foul territory down the left field line and caught. West do tack on a run via the sac fly. 3-2 South, we go to the sixth. Tejada swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. Now Johnson called, strike 3, 2 outs. Hurricane, grounder to third, over to first in time, 1-2-3 inning. Duke Newsom leads off the bottom of the sixth with a strikeout. 1 out for Traveler. And that's going to be a base hit. 3 for 3 so far in the game. And now Thompson Jr. will draw the walk. First and second with 1 out. Now Tanaka. Fly ball left field. Caught for out number 2. Gator Moody. Fly ball center field. And caught for out number 3. So those runners will be left stranded. It stays 3-2. We'll go on to the seventh. Swing and a miss by Ryan, 1 out. Scene of the fourth, will line that out to left, 2 outs. Top of the order, Phillips, fly ball center field. And it's a 1-2-3 inning at the stretch, 3-2 South. Bottom half now, Anderson called, strike 3, 1 out. Slate Gray will line that into the left center field gap for extra bases. It's going to be a stand-up double. Jose, strike 3. 2 outs, tying run at second. Brandon Zahn called, strike 3. West will leave it stranded. We go to the eighth. Winton draws the leadoff walk. Brings up launch angle. Runner going, throw to second is not in time. Fly ball right field. That is caught for out number 1. Solo will draw the walk. First and second, 1 out for Tejada. Grounder to second, over to second for 1, and that is a double play. 4-6-3 keeps it a 1-run game. Go to the bottom of the eighth. Newsom leading off, and that's going to be a base hit to left field. Leadoff runner on for Traveler. Bunt, lays down the bunt, moves the runner to second with 1 out. Thompson Jr. grounder to the shortstop, 2 outs. Tanaka grounder to first, and they will not score the run. Stays 3-2 going to the ninth. Johnson, base hit to right field, lead off the inning. Hurricane will also get a base hit. They're playing no doubles defense. First and second, no outs. Ryan, there's 1. They're not going to turn 2. Fielder's choice. Runners in the corners. Scene of the fourth, though, will get a base hit. That'll bring in an insurance run. 4-2 on the RBI single. Top of the order, Phillips pops that up in the infield, caught out number 2. That pitch gets away, second and third, 2 outs for Winton. Will get a base hit up the middle. That's going to score both the runners. And it's now 6-2 with 2 outs, and he goes to second on the throw home. Launch angle, fly ball to center field, and that'll be caught for out number 3. For the West, 4 to tie, 5 to take the win, as Moody will fly that out to center field for out number 1. Anderson, base it to left. Slate Gray, swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. The other final out will be Jose, who will strike out to end the game. South will take the win 6-2. And yeah, Crabton Crunch just barely gets the quality start. So the yeses will get the prediction. Ryan Express is your winning pitcher. Crabton Crunch the loss. Lou Exos the save. Player of the game, Ryan Express. I declare bankruptcy. Final box score of the night is going to be a 5-4 win for the East. Slam Squatch 1 for 5 with a run. Chris Gaines 1 for 4 with a walk. Nick the third 1 for 4 with a run scored as well. Munson 2 for 4, 2 RBIs and a run. McGraw 2 for 3, walk, RBI, and a run. On the East, Farnsworth 2 for 4, 2 RBIs and a walk. Jody Quinn Jr. with a walk. Duckley Jr. 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run. And the Werewolf 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Mikey Wise will get the win. Skinstar McKinley lost. Bartow Cologne will get the save. Aiden Marcus, your player of the game. Go ahead and save. Let's take one last look at the standing. Actually, before I even do that, let's go ahead and do this part before I forget. And then, as usual, once it is fully up at the index for you to look at, we'll let you all know. I'm in the rookie Discord. Next stream for Prospect League Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, where we will see what our playoff matchups are for Friday. 9 games left in the regular season of Prospect League. Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern with AJ is the Major League Draft. Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, myself, Max, and maybe a few others will all be in the booth for the Prospect League playoffs, aka Rookie Showcase. 6 p.m. Eastern on Friday. And then the Major League Draft on Saturday. Time to be announced on that. One last look at the standings, as we'll probably, I believe OOTP official is up. Are they still up? Yeah, OOTP official is still up. So we'll go right into official OOTP here in a moment. Not much changing in the standings. The Wesley trimmed down to 2. South still 7 back. North still 5 back with 9 to play. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed Prospect League tonight. Let's go see what's going on the official OOTP Discord. We will see y'all on Wednesday night for more Prospect League. Hope you all have a good night or a good day, depending on where you are on the globe.